Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a California burrito. We're going to be making a delicious carne asada to go with it, and it's got fries and sour cream and guacamole. It is amazing and I can't wait to share it with you. So on my cutting board here I have about a quarter of a head of cilantro that we're going to toss in, and in my bowl here I have 2 tablespoons of lime juice and orange juice. I'm going to add my cilantro in, and then I'm going to cut up 1 onion into rings. They'll kind of look like, they'll break up into rings like that. And we're going to toss those in. Okay, and I have here a 1/4 cup of olive oil and a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I am using low sodium. And then for spices, I have a pinch of salt with 2 teaspoons of chili powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika, and also 1 teaspoon of oregano. I'm going to add that in, give everything a mix. Okay, and then I'm using a pound of flank steak. Just going to drop that in. You can use skirt steak. I know some people have used something called flap steak. So whatever you want to use is fine. I'm using flank because it's what I have on hand. Just get that mixed in. Okay, so we're going to let this marinate in our fridge for about 3 to 4 hours, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. My steak was marinating for about 3 to 4 hours, and I'm just going to set this aside. You want to pull any protein out of the fridge about half an hour or so before you want to cook it, so it can come to room temperature and it doesn't seize up and get really tough when you add it to a hot skillet. So I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to get going on making a really simple pico de gallo. So I have an onion here that I'm going to chop up. I'm going to use only about a 1/4 of it because I don't need that much of it because it's just feeding 2 people. So I'm going to chop up a little bit of the onion, and I have a tomato here that I'm going to chop up. And I also added a little bit of cilantro that I finally chopped into my little bowl here. So get chopping. Add a pinch of salt. Then I'm going to give it a mix. Okay, and go ahead and set this aside. Okay, so we're going to get going on making a quick guacamole. I'm going to put some garlic cloves. I got 2 little cloves here. I'm going to add those right in, and then add a pinch of salt, and then give those a light smashed. Okay, once you have that all like that, I'm just going to take the avocado and just slice it down and go all the way around. Okay, and then you just give it like a twist. All right, I'm going to add this to my mortar and pestle. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, that's fine. Just use a bowl, and you could just, use a fork to kind of smash everything, like break down the avocado and mix everything together. I'm going to give it a little bit of a smash with my pestle. Okay, and then I'm going to add some pickled jalapenos here. If you don't like spiciness, you can just feel free to leave this part out, but I want to add a few, so I like it. I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of sour cream and a pinch of salt. Okay, so I have my skillet here preheating over medium heat, and I'm going to add a touch of olive oil for our steak. Okay, so I'm going to add my steak. Okay, so I'm going to let this cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And then I'm going to double check mine with the meat thermometer till it reaches about medium rare, which should be 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Set it aside and let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes before we slice it. Okay, we're going to give it a flip. Okay, and then we'll let it continue to cook. The carne asada is done, and we're going to slice right into it. I'm going to cut mine into thin strips so the grain runs this way on my steak. You want to cut it against it, so you just want to cut it like this. Okay, so let's get going on assembling our burrito. So I'm going to put a layer of my guacamole on the bottom, some of the steak, pico. My husband went and got our favorite fries at our local restaurant. So you can either use some fries from the frozen section of your grocery store and follow the package instructions, or you can use your favorite restaurant as far as fries. Then you need a layer of cheese. I'm using a Mexican cheese blend. Okay, and then go ahead and fold it up. Close in from the sides. Roll. Okay, we're gonna cut right into it. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna serve mine with some salsa roja, and I cannot wait to try it. Wow, that's really good. The salsa is really nice on there. Adds a nice, interesting flavor to it. And the steak is really tender. It's very flavorful. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed spending time with me. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.